Hello there. This is Terry Paul Rowland. Welcome to the Roadhouse Series. It's good to see you all here tonight. We are just getting things together, getting things started. We're looking forward to a good evening. For those of you who are new to this webcast, we come from a live show that has been going on for the last 4 years, and we've been doing these virtual shows since the pandemic began. The Roadhouse Series is devoted to Americana roots music and exploring the history, the artists, the genres that have made America such a great musical landscape. We do this by simply picking a great theme like tonight and paying tribute to artists, genre, eras, and all of the tapestry of American music. We attract the best in singer-songwriters and musicians in the LA area, and thanks to the pandemic and thanks to these virtual concerts all over the world, as you'll see tonight. Tonight, our theme is a songwriter's tribute to Bob Dylan. In case you've been away from the planet for the last few weeks, I'll let you know that Bob Dylan turned 80 this year. And me and a lot of other fans and historians and friends have decided that we're going to probably celebrate all year the 80th spin around the sun of Mr. Bob Dylan. So this is our way of doing this tonight. We're actually going to do more in the upcoming show next month. But for this show tonight, I really wanted to do was to invite some select songwriters and musicians to give their tribute to Bob Dylan and show his influence on them. If anybody didn't need an introduction tonight, it would be Bob Dylan, and he certainly doesn't. I know I'm probably preaching to the choir, but let me just give you my own kind of Roadhouse-based perspective on Bob Dylan as a cultural figure, musical cultural figure, and as an artist and as a person, a human being. Bob Dylan essentially took his cues from Woody Guthrie and Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg, Pete Seeger, and became a literary songster. And a songster is kind of the 21st century name for a troubadour, meaning his interest, his love, his passion for music has no bounds. He doesn't worry about genre throughout his 60-year career. He explored blues, rock and roll, folk music, ragtime, even the tunes of Frank Sinatra and many others of his contemporaries and people that he's loved and respected the way back in the past. Gospel music has always been a part of his music, as well as acoustic, the folk music of people like Mississippi John Hurt. And of course, Woody Guthrie was his role model. But he has done so much more. And if you explore his legacy of song, you'll see from the early folk recordings, the early talking blues, and the classic songs that he wrote that were some of them based off of English folk ballads like "Blowin' in the Wind," "Times They Are Changin'," on through to like a Rolling Stone, and through to the psychedelic strains of Blonde on Blonde, into the more basic rootsy feeling of John Wesley Harding, National Skyline, to the evolution that he experienced as a writer, bringing literary allusions to in a different way to his music with Blood on the Tracks and Desire, even touching history when he championed the boxer who was innocent of his crimes with Hurricane Carter. It just goes on and on, and we can sit here and talk about this all night. But he influenced so many people, including Jimi Hendrix. He influenced the Rolling Stones, the Beatles. Even influenced President Jimmy Carter. He mentions him in one of his books and talks about how much he loves his music. President Obama got my vote when he said that he had Blood on the Tracks loaded on his iPod. Of course, it's not a good reason to. Well, maybe it is, but anyway, he's influenced and he's touched all these corners of our culture and people who have touched our lives through history. Bob Dylan has been there. So tonight we're going to look at how he influenced specific musicians who are going to be playing tonight and songwriters. And in so doing, we'll be listening to some original songs of the songwriters who have appeared along with their own favorite Bob Dylan songs. And before we get underway, I would like to say that tonight is dedicated to the memory of Melissa Kobi, who was a loving partner of Kevin Campbell, who will be appearing tonight through a video. Our prayers and our love and love of the community of the Roadhouse Series and the music community around the world go out to Kevin and to Melissa and her family. Melissa passed away yesterday. She was young, she was vibrant. She influenced and supported and helped so many people just by her presence. She was, as some of her friends have said, she was a standard bearer, someone who by being who she was, she brought excellence, she brought love, and she brought kindness to the world around her. There are people who come into our lives who make the world a bigger place. And when they leave, it seems like it's smaller now. It's less of a place for us to be until we look at their lives and the way they've influenced us and the way Melissa has influenced so many people and helped so many people. She was a photographer, an artist who wanted to show the world something new, and she did. And by her being here, she's kept this world, made this world a better place, and I know she has for so many friends. So we do this show tonight in memory of Melissa Kobi. So let's get started with our opening. I'm going to let the music and the artists speak for themselves. So Dolly, let's take it away.
She speaks like silence, without ideals or violence. She doesn't have to say she's faithful, yet she's true like ice, like fire. People carry roses, make promises by the hours. My love laughs like the flowers Valentine's can't buy her. In the dime stores and bus stations, people talk of situations, read books, repeat quotations, draw conclusions on the wall. Some speak of the future. My love, she speaks softly. She knows there's no success like failure, and that failure's no success at all. broken dagger dangles. Madams light the candles in ceremonies of the horsemen. Even the pawn must hold a grudge. Statues made of matchsticks tumble into one another. My love winks, she does not bother. She knows too much to argue or to judge. At midnight trembles, the country doctor rambles. Bankers' nieces seek perfection, expecting all the gifts that wise men bring. The wind howls like a hammer, night blows cold and rainy. My love, she's like some raven at my window with a broken wing.
I go these days, I think of you and your tender ways, my darling, dreaming of you. And when those dark clouds gather near, I think of you and they disappear, my darling, dreaming of you. We sat on that bench right over there. I'd watch the evening breeze play with your hair. Our future lay before us like an ocean. Now you're gone, and I roll alone. Young lovers walk along the strand, hand in hand. They don't understand how quickly time slips away. Sitting on that bench right over there. I turned my back to the ocean, and it hit me from behind. But everywhere I go these days, I think of you and your tender ways, my darling. Dreaming of you, my darling. Dreaming of you.
Hi everybody, this is a song called Hey Mr. Tambourine Man. Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Though I know that evening's empire has returned into sand, vanished from my hand, left me blindly here to stand, but still not sleeping. My weariness amazes me, I'm branded on my feet. I have no one to meet, and the ancient empty streets too dead for dreaming. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Take me on a trip upon your magic swirling ship. My senses have been stripped, my hands can't feel the grip, my toes too numb to step. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere, I'm ready for the fade. Unto my own parade, cast your dancing spell my way. I promise to go under it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I've been following you. Though you might hear laughing, spinning, swinging madly through the sun, it's not aimed at anyone, it's just escaping on the run. And but for the sky, there are no fences facing. And if you hear vague traces of skipping wheels of rhyme to your tambourine in time, it's just a ragged clown behind. I wouldn't pay him any mind. Besides, it's just a shadow you're seeing that he's chasing. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. disappearing through the smoke rings of my mind, down the foggy ruins of time, far past the frozen leaves, the haunted, frightened trees, down through the windy beach, far from the twisted reach of crazy sorrow. Yes, to dance beneath the diamond sky with one hand waving free, silhouetted by the sea, circled by the circus sands, with all memory and fade, driven deep beneath the waves. Let me forget about today until tomorrow. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you.
This next one's an original. This one's called Quarantine with Photograms of Berkeley. Wrote this one during quarantine, so check this out.
I'll never meet, yet still it seems this quarantine is doing some funny things to me. Sitting stranded in the night with no clue of what to write, to bait a bite and make her take delight in me. Your Spanish tongue, I'm hung, your hair soft red, your frozen skin so thin repels all sin. I just wanna be your pal, pretty Christian gal. Your photographs of tortoise shells and Kylo Ren to sell, the Psalms you know so well. I've read them, can't you tell? But I've met 1,000 more, though ne'er before like you. And if you're true, I'm sure the Lord will open up the door and let me through to your Spanish tongue on which I'm hung, your hair soft red, your frozen skin so thin repelled all sin. I just wanna be your pal, pretty Christian gal. But this song is not for her but me. You see, I must be free, and though we'll never meet, well, still I'll need someone for to fix my mind upon, till this quarantine is done. And when I need the sun once again, you know I'll run to your Spanish tongue on which I'm hung, your hair soft red. That's what my friends told me, that's what they said. Your frozen skin, so thin, repels my sin. But I just wanna be your pal, pretty Christian gal. Must you stand so tall? Just wanna be your friend, that's all. Must you play pretend? I just wanna be your friend.
There's a lonesome traveler that runs through your street. streets. Not a gentle word from the people that he meet. He just keeps on walking, nowhere to do. He just keeps on walking and you know he'll make it through. Oh, just a lonesome traveler, you won't know his name. The country that he comes from, you won't see his face. The secrets of his soul, keeping deep within. Don't you fire your shotgun that travels only in me. Well, I'm just a lonesome traveler in a sadless world. Still I am not stopping, no place to me looks worth. Baby with sweet dark eyes, pretty long but sure. How many girls I meet, I will always love you more. Man, I'm suffering, I guess you never know. The storm of feelings in my heart, I will never show. Seen so many troubles, you could never tell. Sometimes it makes me wonder, still there is a hell. Well, just a lonesome traveler in a sadless world. Still I am no stopping, no place to me looks worth. Baby with sweet dark eyes, pretty long but sure. How many girls I meet, I will always love you more. Often think I'm hearing somebody call my name. Somebody with your voice, with some kind of game. Cause when I turn around, there's no one behind me but this yellow full moon and light on my street. Well, just a lonesome traveler in a sadless world. Still I am not stopping, no place to me looks worth. Baby with sweet dark eyes, pretty long, not sure. How many girls I meet, I will always love you more. Just a lonesome traveler in a sadless world. Still I am not stopping, no place to me looks worth. Baby with sweet dark eyes, pretty long, not sure. How many girls I meet, I will always love you more.
This is a Bob Dylan tune from 1979 called I Believe in You.
I
believe in you, even through the tears and the laughter. I believe in you, even though we be apart. Oh, I believe in you, even on the morning after. Oh, when the dawn is nearing, oh, and though the night is disappearing, oh, this feeling still here in my heart. Don't let me drift too far. Keep me where you are, where I will always be with you. And what you've given me today is worth more than I could pay. And no matter what they say, I believe in you. That's right. I believe in you, and winter turns summer. I believe in you, and white turns black. Oh yeah. I believe in you, though I be a number. Oh, though the earth may shake me. Oh, though my friends forsake me. Oh, even that can make me go back. Don't let me change my heart. Keep me set apart from all the plans they do pursue. And I don't mind the pain. I don't mind the driving rain. I know I will sustain, 'cause I believe in you, yeah. This is a song Fish and I wrote called Strange Time. It was actually a poem I wrote when I was 22. And we took the words from the poem and wrote a song, Strange Time. When the day starts descending and you wanna fly away, give your soul some ending, reflect on yesterday. The sky will be the amber, the sun will rinse the pain as it swims down under all until I cry. Strange time, the sun goes down, day gone by, smile or frown. Strange time, an endless start. You'll try, give all your heart for the moment, sort of sun peace. For the moment, a comfort and relief. Strange time, the sun goes down, day gone by, smile or frown. Strange time, and it's dark. You'll try, give all your heart, all your heart. All your heart, all your
One, two, a 1, 2. Life's so swift, and we won't live. Keep on closing the rail and flow. It's your life off on the time. You ain't going nowhere.
Ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day when ride's gonna come. Whoa, whoa, are we gonna fly down in an easy chair?
I really don't care how many letters are sent. Morning came, finally morning went. Picked up my money and bought me a tin. I wasn't headed nowhere.
Ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day when ride's gonna come. Whoa, whoa, are we gonna fly down in an easy chair?
What about these fruits? Funny gun and a shoe. Upside tailgates, substitutes. Strap myself to a tree with the roots. I ain't going to that. Keep singing,
Ooh-wee, ride me high. Tomorrow's the day my bride's gonna come. Oh, are we gonna fly down in an easy chair?
You'll climb that hill, everything that is steep. Have you been riding too? Saying, ooh, ride me high. Tomorrow, today, our bride's gonna come. Whoa, whoa, are we gonna fly down an easy chain? Rock and roll.
If not for you, babe, I couldn't find the door. I couldn't even see the floor. I'd be sad and blue if not for you. If not for you, the night would see me wide awake. The day would surely have to break, but it would not be new if not for you. If not for you, my sky would fall, rain would gather too. Without your love, I'd be nowhere at all. I'd be lost if not for you. If not for you, the winter would hold no spring. Couldn't hear a robin sing. I wouldn't have a clue if not for you. If not for you, my sky would fall, rain would gather too. Without your love, I'd be nowhere at all. I'd be lost if not for you. If not for you, the winter would hold no spring. Couldn't hear a robin sing. I wouldn't have a clue if not for you. If not for you. If not for you. That song, If Not For You, is Dylan at maybe his least complicated. It's simple, it's clear, it's elegant, it's direct, and yet it has a depth to it. And think about that. If without your love, I'd be nowhere at all. I'd be lost. My sky would fall. It's a very powerful expression of love behind the simplicity. I've heard of songwriters who said they stopped writing love songs because there's only so many ways to say I love you, but right now, we're living through a pretty powerful and sorrowful example of how important it is to tell somebody you love them when you can. It doesn't make any difference if you can't think of a new way to say it, because it's the love itself, that's what's always new. And love is just one of life's great wonders. promise of a sunrise, the comfort in a home, the way we fit together when it's just us all alone. The colors in a sunset, the silence of the sky, the way you let me love you, that's enough to make me cry. The sweet sound of the music, the passion in a kiss, the magic when we're dancing, the power of a wish, the mystery in a daydream, the secrets of a child, the way you let me love you, that's enough to make me smile. The colors in a sunset, the silence of the sky, the way you let me love you, that's enough to make me cry. Big Melissa, we are going to miss you bad. We love you. Kevin, we love you.
One, two, three. Be alone with you, just you and me. Now don't you think it's true? Ain't that the way it ought to be? To hold the other side the whole night through. Yeah, everything is always right when I'm alone with you. To be alone with you at the close of the day, with only you and you, while evening slips away. It only goes to show, while life flashes off you, the only one I know is to be alone with you. They say the night time is the right time to be with the one you love. Too many thoughts get in the way in the day, but you're always what I'm thinking of. I wish that I were here and all of your time, when only you are near to hold me in your arms. I always thank the Lord when my working days through. I get my sweet reward when I'm alone with you. be with the one you love. Too many thoughts get in the way in the day. Well, you're all I'm thinking of. I waste an hour here, bringing me up your time. When only you are near to hold me in your arms. I always thank the Lord when my working day is through. I did my sleep report when I'm alone with you. 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 When I'm alone with you.
Thank you, everyone, for that beautiful first set. We have one more to go, but you guys have hit the groove, and I really appreciate it. Wanted to let you know that the Roadhouse Series has been brought to you this last year during the pandemic, thanks to Dolly and JJ of Divine Rebel Music Productions. We just could not have done these shows online without them. And there's never enough ways to say thank you. But for tonight, just like to remind everybody about the tip jar as a means of showing monetary appreciation. The proceeds will go back into production to helping support the Divine Rebel music productions and future endeavors and things. And we just really appreciate it. Poured out here for each other and for Bob Dylan is tangible, and I appreciate everyone's contributions tonight. And I just want to say a special word of appreciation for Dolly and JJ for the hard work that they do and the quality they bring to this. And everybody, you guys are just doing a great job with this. I thank you. I want to send out special shout out to a couple of people who have sent from quite a ways, quite a distance. My friend Acid Jack Flashed, I've known for 20 years, over 20 years now, I believe, and mostly known him online, except for my visit in 2016 when I went to his pad in Verace, Italy, and we jammed and played music, and he's a great soul. And I want to thank him for sending that contribution in. And to my aloha buddy in Honolulu, Stephen Inglis, who's like absolutely one of the best singer-songwriters in Americana music and one of the finest slack key players you're going to find on the mainland or on the islands. He does weekly shows. I recommend you look him up and find his CDs. He's done a great series of, or a great compilation album of Grateful Dead songs done slack key style. And a couple months ago, he even blew Arlo Guthrie away playing one of his songs in a slack key style when we did the tribute show for Arlo. So thank you to Stephen, and thank you to everyone for what you've been doing tonight. All right, now I'd like to introduce a featured artist, one of our Roadhouse regulars, Robbie Mangiardi, who is working on an album of original material. And I thought his Dylan influence is so much there, and along with his originality, that tonight to help him get a start on a new video he's putting out in the next week or two, and a new album that will be coming out soon. I wanted to feature a couple of his original songs. So he is also a character actor who you may see in television and on film. But to me, he's, again, one of the finest singer-songwriters I know. Please welcome Robbie Mangiardi.
Spying on us all the time in our economic lives. They tax us to death. They inflate us to death. They transfer wealth from the poor.
I say hello to the clouds in the sky. Start to wonder as they pass me by. After all is said and done, what have I done? Did I love everyone? How many times did I keep you warm? Give you shelter from the storm? How many times did I make you smile? Did I do it with style and walk that extra mile? Never thought my life would move this fast. It's like a rainbow that don't seem to last. Life can come and take a sudden turn. So lift your head up to the sky. The stars will talk and tell you why. The only good that you'll get from above, it all starts down here with the people you love. I thought I had it all figured out, but I didn't know nothing of what life was about. It's not about the car in the garage, the big shot friends, or the entourage. I wanna look you in the eye like a man. Love as many people as I can before they put me in the ground. I wanna know just how much love did I spread around. Never thought my life would move this fast. It's like a rainbow that don't seem to last. Life can come and take a sudden turn. So lift your head up to the sky. The stars will talk and tell you why. The only good that you'll get from above, it all starts down here with the people you love. It all starts down here with the people you love.
Hi everybody, my Roadhouse family. How you guys been? I hope everybody's doing well this evening, and we all seem to have made it this far from the last year and a half. But it's first time I'm doing anything in front of anybody. But just want to thank Terry Paul Rowland, Bob Stain, Dolly Ramirez for their work on this, and they're also very grateful that you guys got to look at my first ever video I ever made of my music at age 70. And I hope you liked it. It was called People You Love, which I kind of wrote to myself to basically warn myself to, you know, be more aware and compassionate of people around me, get a grip on things. And so I, you know, it was a labor of love. I shared the whole thing. But this song, I asked Terry if I could not do a Dylan song, but a song that I wrote, another song that I wrote, that I feel much more comfortable singing than I would a Dylan song, because I just think I can't do Dylan songs and feel as authentic as Bob, let's put it that way. So this song is called Sounds Good, or Standing on the Corner of Sycamore Street. I'm debating the two titles. I wrote it during the pandemic. I don't know what it's about. I just started writing it, but it finally ended up having a beginning, middle, and an end. But I think it's may have been influenced by being alone during the pandemic and kind of wondering who I am. What is it that, you know, we are doing? We're all doing it. We've all seen each other go through it on Facebook. Anyway, that's called Sounds Good. It goes like this. Standing on a corner on Sycamore Street, waiting for a ride. The windows of the agency had no one left inside. So I walked up and down the avenue. Street lights flickered as the evening grew. A young boy come up to me, said, "Hey mister, what's your name? I ain't here to shine your shoes, but I can help you just the same." I said, "I'm lost, and I can't remember who I am." He smiled a little bit and said, "You'll understand." Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Sounds good. Sounds good. If only it could ever be. Crickets jump from reed to reed across the stream that summer day. Woke up under the shade of a weeping willow tree that was keeping the heat away. A farmhouse flew above the clouds as I lay there on the ground. Shh, little boy said, "Don't you make a sound." Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. If only it could ever be. Picked a bad tomato and I gave it to the monk. Said he sold the seas for 20 years as a slave on a Chinese junk. The squawk of geese and flapping wings hit my head in the falling snow. As children singing, school bells rang from the holler down below. And it sounds good. Sounds good.
sounds good. If only it could ever be. Woke up shaking on Sycamore Street, stethoscope to my heart. You're gonna be okay, mister, he said. You just had to let everything fall apart. Carousel collided, climbed the neon vines of the summer night. The boy took a deep breath and said, hey, mister, I think I see you right, all right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Sounds good. Sounds good. If only it could ever be. Thanks, everybody. Good to see you all tonight.
Someone's got it in for me. They're planting stories in the press. Whoever it is, I wish they'd cut it out quick. But when they will, I can only guess. They say I shot out a man named Gray and took his wife to Italy. She inherited $1 million, and when she died, it came to me. I can't help it if I'm lucky. People see me all the time, and they just can't remember how to act. Their minds are filled with big ideas, images, and distorted facts. Even you yesterday had to ask me where it was at. I couldn't believe after all these years you could know me any better than that. Sweet lady, idiot wind, you're blowing every time you move your mouth, blowing down the back roads headed south. Idiot wind, blowing every time you move your teeth. You're an idiot, babe. It's a wonder that you still know how to breathe. I ran into the fortune teller who said, beware of lightning that might strike. I haven't known peace and quiet for so long, I couldn't remember what they were like. There's a lone soldier on the cross, smoke pouring out of a boxcar door. He didn't know it, didn't think it could be done, but after the final act he won the war. After losing every battle, I woke up on the roadside daydreaming about the way things sometimes are. Visions of your chestnut mission through my head and are making me see stars. You hurt the ones that I love best and cover up the truth with lies. But one day you'll be in the ditch, flies buzzing around your eyes, blood on your saddle. Idiot wind, blowing through the flowers on your tomb, blowing through the curtains in your room. Idiot wind, blowing every time you move your teeth. You're an idiot, babe. It's a wonder that you still know how to breathe. It was gravity which pulled us down, and destiny which broke us apart. You tamed the lion in my cage, but it just wasn't enough to tame my heart. Now everything's a little upside down. As a matter of fact, the wheels have stopped. What's good is bad, what's bad is good. You'll have to find out when you're on the top, you're really on the bottom. I notice at the ceremony your corrupt ways have finally made you blind. I can't remember your face anymore. Your mouth has changed, your eyes won't look at mine. The priest won't back on the seventh day. Sap stone face while the building burned. I waited for you out on the planks near the cypress trees while the springtime turned slowly to autumn. Idiot wind blowing like a circle around my skull, from the Grand Coulee Dam to the Capitol. Idiot wind blowing every time you move your teeth. You're an idiot, babe. It's a wonder that you still know how to breathe. I can't feel you anymore. I can't even touch the books you read. Every time I crawl past your door, I'm wishing I was somewhere else instead. Anywhere, down the highway, down the tracks, down the road to ecstasy, I've followed you beneath the stars, hounded by your memory and all your raging glory. I've been double-crossed for the very last time, and now I'm finally free. I kissed goodbye the hound beast on the borderline which separated you from me. They'll never know the hurt I suffered, nor the pain I rose above, and I'll never know the same about you, your holiness or your kind of love, and it makes me feel so sorry. Idiot wind blowing through the buttons of our coats, blowing through the letters that we wrote. Idiot wind blowing through the dust upon our shelves. We're idiots, babe. It's a wonder we can even feed ourselves. Between flip-flops and blizzards, summer or winter or heaven, and breaking the rules. She starts to sneak, she starts to flirt. She's watching me, watching her. Thoughts to move with her gin and tonic. Watch the room kind of shimmer. We got to town right at sunset. We went drinking down the boulevard. We got the fireworks at midnight. Out at poolside, it's just another Tuesday night on Barstow. You're back home under the windmills, shirtless, eating a churro, looking for the liquor store, looking for some culture, looking for a party that doesn't have anyone you already know. If you want to come home with me, she says, you won't have to stay another night. If you want to come home with me, she says, you won't have to read my mind. We got to town right at sunset. We went drinking down the boulevard. We got the fireworks at midnight. out at poolside, it's just another Tuesday night. We got to town right at sunset. We went drinking down the boulevard. We got the fireworks at midnight. Out at poolside, it's just another Tuesday night. Oh, Bristol. Try to act like an expert, the more I sound like Liam trying to upstage roll at the Royal Albert. Try to act like we belong and done nothing wrong, but baby, don't tempt me while I'm in the desert. There's other swimming pools, baby. Some of them come to you. There's other swimming pools, baby. Some of them come to you. We got to town right at sunset. We went drinking down the boulevard. We got the fireworks at midnight. Out at poolside, it's just another Tuesday night. We got to town right at sunset. We went drinking down the boulevard. We got the fireworks at midnight. Out at poolside, it's just another Tuesday night. Oh, Bristol.
Ain't it just like the night we play tricks and you're trying to be so quiet? We sit here stranded, though we're all doing our best to deny it. And Louise hold a handful of rain, tempting you to defy it. Light flickers from the opposite loft, in this room where the heat pipes just cough. And the country music station's playing soft, but there ain't nothing, really nothing to turn on. Just Louise and her lover so entwined. And these visions of Johanna, they've now conquered my mind. In the empty lot where the ladies play blind man's bluff with the keychain. And the all-night girls whisper escapades from out on the D train. And we can all hear the night watchman click his flashlight and ask himself, who here is really insane? And Louise, she's alright, she's delicate, it just seems like the mere. But she makes it oh too concise and oh too clear that Johanna's not here. The ghost of electricity howls in the bones of a face. And these visions of Johanna, they've now taken my place. A little boy lost, taking himself so seriously. And he brags of his misery. He says he likes to live dangerously. But speaking of her name, he brings up a farewell kiss to me. Well, he sure got a lot in common, being so useless and all, muttering small talk to the wall while I'm in the hole. How can I explain? It's so hard to get on. And these visions of Johanna, they kept me up past the dawn. Inside the museum where infinity stands up on trial, and the voices they echo, this is what salvation must feel like after a while. But Mona Lisa must have had them highway blues. You can tell by the way she smiles. And the primitive wallflowers freeze, while the jelly-faced women all sneeze. And the one with the mustache, she's saying, oh geez, oh I can't find my knees. Jewels and binoculars hang from the head of the mule. And these visions of Johanna, they make it all seem so cruel. The peddler now speaks to the countess who's pretending to care for him. Saying, name me someone who's not a parasite, and I'll go on out and I'll say a prayer for him. But it's like Louise always says, you can't look at much, can you, man? As she herself prepares for him. Oh, Madonna, she still is not shown. as we see this empty cage now corrode, where the cape of a stage once had flowed. And the peddler, he now steps to the road. He's riding all has been returned, which was old, on the back of a fish truck that unloads, while my conscience explodes. The harmonica plays, the skeleton keys in the rain. And these visions of Johanna, they're now all that remain. And these visions of Johanna, they're now all that remain. Well, the sign it reads, uneven road ahead. My tires are bald and I in need of tread. It's far too late for turning back, gonna roll on till I'm dead. The sign it reads, uneven road ahead. I should've learned my lesson way back when. Got an empty box where you got no tools to lend. Behind the wheel and blindfolded, semi round the bend. I should've learned my lesson way back when. She appeared before me out on Highway 95. You think you got the keys to the wind, and if you had any sense, boy, you'd have gave up long ago. Cut your losses, quit playing, make pretend. Oh, but the wind taps at my window as I lay awake in bed. Oh, the sign it reads, uneven road ahead. The weather's getting meaner every day. Just how long we got it, no one can say. Gonna love this sweet old world, even as she wastes away. The weather's getting meaner every day. So meet me at the Faded Rose tonight. I'll save our booth beneath that burnt out light. We'll laugh at days we can't get back, then cry with all our might. Meet me at the Faded Rose tonight. She appeared before me out on Highway 95. Think you got the keys to the wind, and if you had any sense, boy, you'd have gave up long ago. Cut your losses, quit playing, make pretend. Oh, but the wind taps at my window as I lay awake in bed. The sign it reads, uneven road ahead. Oh, the wind taps at my window as I lay awake in bed. The sign it reads, uneven road ahead. Oh, the sign it reads, uneven road ahead. ありがとうございます。
When the rain is blowing in your face, the whole world is on your case. I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, there's no one there to dry your tears. Could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. Well, I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. And I know it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue, go crawling down the avenue. There's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on a rolling sea, down on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. There's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of this earth for you to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
Good evening. I'm happy to be here celebrating Bob's 80th birthday year. This is a song called Golden Loom from 1975, and I love this version. I learned it out of a book, and so I didn't at the time know his recording of it, which I later heard that he did with Emmylou Harris, which is wonderful but very different. So I recommend you go look it up. This is my take on it. It's one of my very favorite songs, Golden Loom. smoky autumn night, stars up in the sky, I see the sailing boats across the bay go by, eucalyptus trees high above the street, and then I turn my head, for you're approaching me. Moonlight on the water, fisherman's daughter floats into my home with her golden blue. First we wash our feet near the immortal shrine, and then our shadows meet, and then we drink the wine. I see the hungry clouds high above your face, and then the tears roll down, such a bitter taste, and then you drift away on a summer day where wildflowers bloom with your golden walk across the bridge in the dismal light, where all the cars are stripped between the gates of night. I see the trembling lion with a lotus flower tail, and then I kiss your lips as I lift your veil. But you're gone and all find you threw the bums a dime in your prime. Didn't you know? People call Stephen me what a dog. You're about to fall. You thought that they were all killing you. You used to laugh about everybody that was just hanging out. Now you don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud about having to be scrounging for your next meal. How does it feel to be without a home, like a rolling stone? You've gone to the finest schools, all right, Miss Lonely, but you know you only used to get juiced in the head. Nobody ever taught you how to live your life out on the street. You're gonna have to get used to it. You say you'll never compromise with a mystery tramp, but now you realize he's not selling any alibis. And you stare into the vacuum of his eyes, and you say, do you want to make a deal? How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own? No direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone. You never turn around and see the frowns of the jugglers and the clowns as they all did trick for you. Never understood that it ain't no good. You should let other people kicks for you. Used to ride on the chrome horse of your diplomat, carried on his shoulder a Siamese cat. Well, ain't it hard when you discover that he really wasn't where it's at? After he took from you everything that he could steal. How does it feel? Tell me, how does it feel to be on your own? No direction home, like a rolling stone. Ah, princess on the steeple and all the pretty people they're drinking, thinking that they've got it right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Exchanging all kinds of pretty gifts. Well, you better take your diamond ring and you better hold it, babe. You used to be so amused at Napoleon and rags and the language that he used. Well, go to him now. He calls you. You can't refuse. 'Cause when you got nothing, you got nothing to lose. You're invisible now. You got no secrets to conceal. How does it feel? Oh, how does it feel to be on your own? No direction home. Feet on the home. Like a rolling stone. You're just a rolling stone. Stone. Like a rolling stone.
You know, you look so good in that blue shirt, it always hurt not to say so. And all of my self-restraint seemed to want to up and go. And like I'd done before, just walked out the door, trying to forget. One too many solitary sunsets, pebbles in my pockets like loose regrets. But that's okay, I guess. Oh, that's okay, I guess. We are nothing but the wild winds. Oh, we are nothing but the wild winds. We are nothing but the wild winds. Looking to the west. You know, you smiled so shyly, it was interesting. I never told you that. It was just another thing that might flow in it, and that's not what you wanted. Still, I get haunted by one too many solitary sunsets, pebbles in my pockets like loose regrets. But that's okay, I guess. Oh, that's okay, I guess. We are nothing but the wild winds. Oh, we are nothing but the wild winds. We are nothing but the wild winds. Looking to the west. You know, I still hear you singing. It was into the underground. A listener has never heard, much the less found. I've left you with your song. You don't have to sing it long. Just spread it around. It's too many solitary sunsets for me. Standing alone, I wouldn't mind some company, but that's okay, I guess. Oh, that's okay, I guess. We are nothing but the wild winds. Oh, we are nothing but the wild winds. We are nothing but the wild winds. Looking to the west. We are nothing but the wild winds. We are nothing but the wild winds. Oh, we are nothing but the wild winds. Looking to the west.
That was the artist known as Fiera, is the way she told me we pronounce it. That is, we know her as Thief Mooney. Fiera, the artist known as Fiera. That was brilliant. And this whole last 2 hours has had me grooving, smiling, crying, and dancing in my chair. Thank you all for a great, great show. Everyone has done Bob Dylan proud, and this is exactly what I was hoping to have happen. You know, I saw one of the times I saw Dylan was in at the sports arena around 2001. I had just gotten sober in about 3 months before, and Love and Theft had just come out. And I remember standing there in the arena looking as he sang his final song, Like a Rolling Stone, as Fief did tonight. And hearing him say those words, how does it feel to be all on your own? No direction home. And realizing he's singing this for our generation. He's singing this in some ways, for all of humanity. And it just seemed to be like a watershed moment for me at that point, not knowing what was to come, but knowing that this great muse of a poet, folk singer, songwriter, writer, and a great human being, Bob Dylan, was there. And he has been there for me for the last 60 years as I've followed his career. The first time I heard him, I dropped a needle on a record. I think I heard Blowing in the Wind, and I was hooked ever since. I was a little kid. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, every single artist that was here tonight. I really appreciate it. You fulfilled my dream. We are nothing but the wild wind. So let's continue to blow. Our love, our empathy, our prayers go out to Kevin Campbell and to the memory of his beautiful Melissa Kobi. And we will continue to pray and be available to him and support and love as only this music community can do. Thank you, everyone. For those of you who missed out tonight in terms of performing, I had this planned that on July 29th will be our last virtual Roadhouse show. That will be as a monthly thing. I talked to Bob Stain today. We're getting ready to go live again. We can look for it sometime around in August to September. But plans are being made. The place is being prepared and ready to go with upgraded sound system and lights, and it's going to be great. But for now, I would like our last virtual show to be a benefit for Divine Rebel Music, for JJ and Dolly, as an appreciation for holding us up and keeping the brand alive and keeping the music going all this year. We couldn't have done it without them. So this will be a benefit for them. It will be for our traditional July gathering, as we've done in the past, paying tribute to the great American songbook and songs of America. But I want to focus on, again, Bob Dylan. And I want to open it to everyone who would like to participate, as many as we can. So I will be putting up more announcements and more information about that in the next couple of days. So you can watch for that on social media. Reach out to me and let me know if you want to be a part of it. It will be July 29th, 7 p.m. That will be the final virtual Roadhouse Series show. That doesn't mean we won't go virtual again, because we found a new way of communicating and being together. So there will be other times we'll do things like this, but this is the last, as the Roadhouse Series goes, as we go live, because we must be together. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody face to face. I'm looking forward to hearing the music live again. Thank you, everyone. God bless. Remember, love surrounds you and follows you and is there in the music always. Thank you. Good night.